All right, I think this is a part two. I'm going to speak a little bit softer tonight because I have two microphones now, and I'm not a expert on public speaking. I guess this isn't much of public speaking, but you get the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and set the mouse over here again in case I need to pause for any reason and find some tools, but I think I'm pretty well set up right now. So I'm just going to make sure I got my mouse over there, which I do. So I've got another microphone right over here. Let's see. We'll kind of get into taking the playfield apart. I believe this is part two. And what else do I want to say? I think this time I'm just going to let the camera run a little bit more. Last time I was a little bit more edited down to get some more action in. But I was actually working on my Hit the Deck. That's one that we're still finishing up a little bit. And I wanted to, well, first I want to find a camera that's closer. But I got these in the mail too. So on Hit the Deck I found these little scoop switches. They're old. I mean, they're not in horrible shape. This one here is a little bit better shape. They come in two pieces, and you know, like this one here, it's kind of cracked a little bit. And you can buy this one too, so I bought both. But this one's here has a cut in it, and if everything's held together in the playfield, it's probably fine. That one's cut here too. It'd probably be okay for a little bit of time, but I don't want to leave anything to chance. And plus, it's all dirty and brittle and things like that. So just went ahead and replaced them both. So I was working on that for about a half an hour. But like I say, the one that's closer to going out the door usually gets a little bit more priority than the one that's coming in. We kind of get around to it, but as Hit the Deck is leaving, and this one's being my October refurbishment, we'll give some more emphasis on this one. I did, trying to think about what I want to talk about. I did get a order in for the flipper rebuild kit for this guy, and that only includes anything that's a part of the regular flipper assembly. The zipper flipper feature you cannot get parts for anymore. I was able to order some Bakelite that's completely blank, and you can cut it to fit, but the zipper flipper Bakelite is in the shape of a T. So I don't know how that's going to work out if I have to replace that, but I'm hoping I don't have to. What else did I get? The spring, there's a specific spring for the zipper flipper that is also out of stock, but it's a spring. I don't think anything bad's going to happen with it, so I might want to think about getting a good pile going for parts here. A lot of the stuff's going to get a bath and polished. Hang on, what am I looking for here? Looking for a bin, that's what I'm looking for. I'll just set them over here on the desk for now. Anyway, just gotta turn the game on. Is it even plugged in? Yeah, it is. Just kind of looking up and see how the cameras are lining up. What else? Let's start a game on it. Had some issues. Well, that's an alternator relay. Close. Open. There it goes. So if you push it again, buzz, off, off. I might see if I can file those down a little bit and make the sound not so bad. So this is interesting. We've got 3 and 3. Okay, so we got 3 and 3 on top. They're not quite like these Bally's are a little bit interesting because the screws go through the plastics. And the star posts have a little, you got to pay attention here now because these are the short ones, I think, and then there's the tall ones. So, I know Bally was known for that. Oh, this is Williams Bally, okay. I don't know why this has a Bally look to it. I don't know if it's the artist. Work on getting the apron off too. I think the owner was telling me that some of these incandescent bulbs are replaced and they look like they're in nice shape, but for my standards we're going to take it up a bit and we're going to go to LED. So I'm just kind of piling things on my desk back there because I didn't come completely prepared. This light bulb's out here too, so maybe it's just a bulb or something else. But I think, did I order? Yeah, I did order replacements of these. These are actually in pretty good shape, but you can see that there's some kind of fading on the blue right here. I'm just looking at the camera right now. I'm guessing it's a big white blotch because of the contrast in color. Brightness, I should say. We'll check these rubber rings too. Here's the 3-inchers. Sorry for the vibration. Probably a little bit of crackle hurt your ears, but here's the 3-inchers here, and they're of a certain brand. I almost don't want to say because I really like them, but yeah, if you stretch these a little bit too tight, they just kind of break. So we're going to be going with the it's called the Perfect Play silicone rubber rings, and I do purchase those from Terry at Pinball Life. I'm just a fan. I mean, I'm not getting sponsored by him. I don't even know if he knows I'm talking about him in some of these videos, but that's where I go to get a lot of my parts, along with Steve Young at the Pinball Resource, because he has a lot of those electromechanical pieces. So this will polish up real nice. You can see here too. I hate when I do that. Let's see. You can only see it on one camera, but right here there's 3 holes drilled out, and that's for the difficulty of the game. Yeah, do I want to bring this closer? Yeah, I will, just for now. See if I can angle it in a little bit. Come on. I'm trying to get the tripod to balance on 2 of the legs and not one. Almost got it. Close enough. Right here, you can see a big hole, and then there's 2 smaller holes. This one's been drilled in and 2 have not been. And this one, same thing. My phone's ringing right now too. That one's hasn't been drilled out, so you can change the difficulty. So this is on pretty conservative, I should say, or liberal. I don't know. What's the terminology if you want to have the ball and play more? I got to answer my phone here. It is, so I think it is. Okay. Just gonna pause. I'll call him right back. I'll call you guys back when I'm done talking to him. All right, I just did a 180. You guys still there? I called you back. Looks like you answered. So, whatever. I like a really dry sense of humor. The worse, the better. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, we were talking about. I was just talking about these holes here, where you can have them in 3 different positions, 2 different positions. So if I drop that one down that direction and bump this one up 2 positions, you're gonna have a much wider opening there, so the chance of your ball dropping in the outline is greater. But I'm going to probably just leave it alone. It's a pretty conservative. I think that'd be a conservative setting. Yeah, I think that's considered conservative. It keeps the ball in more or something like that. I don't know. I should know after working on all these games over these years, but got that out. Yeah, it's kind of nice how they kind of sunk those posts a little bit. Got my friend texting me about pinball, so check these out here. Nope. I don't want to let go and have it go flying into the camera. Plastic set's in pretty good shape. Maybe a couple scratches right there from the sliding around. But I think the vintage of this game, I don't think you can get plastic sets anymore, unfortunately. Okay, this one, as I'm taking the screw out, it's kind of collapsing inward because of the tension on the rubber. So I'm going to take this one out first to kind of relax. There we go. Now I can take this off and it's not going to snap. So it looks like they went 2 inches all the way around, huh? Is this a 2-incher? Yeah. 2-incher, 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 2-incher. I bet you those 2 are 2 as well. That makes it easy for me. I bet you this is probably 1.5 right here. So you can see the closed coil is definitely working. Open doesn't work at all, so let's see. One thing we're going to be working probably on, this is what, part 2, so maybe part 3 we'll talk about the zipper flipper. Or who knows, depending on how motivated I get tonight, maybe we'll talk about that tonight. So again, this plastic set here, so I don't get the plastic scratched up all the way. We'll take this off, we'll kind of swing it around. Shut up. We'll go ahead and release this rubber ring right there, that way when I take the screw off, it's not going to cause a cascading effect. Kind of separate everything here. What I find interesting is the height of these screws are the same, or the length, I suppose. These will get, I think we'll get these replaced. I don't remember if I ordered the, I think I ordered the right ones. I think I got some more of those coming too. We'll give these a bath. That's all I can get for now. This will be interesting here. This should be, yep, there's some tension. Oh, there's a rubber ring right there, so let's take this guy off. This is going to be fun to put, yeah, both of these are under tension. That's going to be fun to put back together. Stick around for that, drop a few F-bombs along the way. Just kidding, we're a family-friendly channel. Out of the way. I can feel these are really warm too. That might be an original bulb there. Get these screws out of the way, get this one out of the way. That plastic goes all the way around too, so it's not like it's a horseshoe or anything. So I just want to make sure they're all the same length. I don't have to use an extra long screw or anything like that there. Glad I'm making this video too, in case I get lost on the way back. Ah, that's how. Okay, so the bulb wasn't burnt out. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get this lit up, or see 100 points. Oh, it's not working. We already determined that in the last video, I think. So this guy here, that goes on the outside. Yeah, see, this gate is moving freely now, so something was held up over there earlier. This relay, somehow. Let's take a look here. I guess I'm talking to myself, but not really talking to myself. I thought this relay would activate by pushing down on it, but I guess not. So, how does this come out? It's attached to a switch, but if I let go, is it going to go all the way through, or how's that going to work? It's just kind of hanging out right there, so I'll leave it. Get that in the parts polisher. What else? Clear plastic right here. There's a little sleeve, because look at how warped this thing is. Ew, the light kind of sucks. You can see it a little bit. I'm trying to balance it. There we go. That's garbage right there. I'll have to remember which one of these to go in. I think, is that right? Maybe it's the other one. We'll stack the other plastic to figure it out. So these are going to be tall. Are these tall? Oh, no, these are short. Tall ones kind of go around the plastic. So it almost, yeah, look at this. There's another adjustment right here. There's another hole. Just trying to see if you can see on that camera. You can almost angle this inward a little bit, so when the pop bumper hits it, it kind of goes in there and does like a gimme a little bit more. Let's take this one off here. Now I'm kind of towards it that way. One and a half inch right here. So yeah, basically anything with a plastic piece has the tall posts going around them. This is a tall one. Short one. Chrome dome. So they're kind of discolored from the time that they've been on. They're not quite clear. Sun's going down pretty fast out there, I see. Or actually, not only do I have the sun going down, but I have clouds moving in. So there's the patio slider back there. As that goes down, you'll probably be able to see me better. Alright, that's kind of it for the plastic set. And we could work on this arch right here, upper apron, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and pull the playfield out a little bit. There's a shooter tip, pretty corroded. See what I can do without shorting the coil out. I don't know why I like making that joke so much, but I do. Oh, this is kind of nice compared. Well, no, Gottlieb, you have to slide this one back, but this top one always comes out, and that one almost looked like it came out too. But I guess you got to slide it back as well. You got to have the power off for that. But I'll take this guy out here. I'm trying to see. Let me back this up a little bit. There we go. I don't know how much excitement you're gonna get from that. A little bit of color missing here. Lint. One more. Whoa, look at that dust. So, yeah, sometimes people, they clean the entire playfield. That's why we take the apron off. Look at all that dust under there. I don't want to clean this whole playfield and have this little piece down here be dirty. That doesn't feel good to me. It's all got to come apart. Cases like this, I like to put the screws back in. So it's less guesswork for finding hardware. And stuff like that, I got a screw right here. Otherwise, I don't want to accidentally think I got to put the ball trough piece right in there. I'm trying to guess or like put that over there, but that's pretty hard to screw up. Do I have my other camera? Yep. Okay. Set that over there. I don't want to set it on the playfield. Little guy here. Wood's splitting a little bit here. I'll probably get just a drop of glue and clamp that. That bracket's loose, that's how the game came, so we'll take care of that too. To the parts polisher with that. Put these right here. Get that cleaned up. Not a good idea to do with this with the power on. But if I short something out or blow a fuse, I think I already blew a fuse on this already, just screwing around with it. So I just replace it. We're here to fix it and make it better. I feel like these switches aren't closing right, especially this one, it's so shallow. They should all be the same. Yep. When you're going top down, it's not a big of a deal if you go through to the other end. Never done that, but if you do. So now Gottlieb, they label their, like, they put like Doozie number 3, 4, 5 or whatever for the model. Down here, looks like Williams put their title right there. And then this trough piece is supported by 2 screws underneath here, so we'll have to go after those next. Set this stuff down here. Don't want to step on a screw because I'm barefoot. Alright, what's going on over here? Is that just part of the... I don't remember that from when I was taking things apart. Maybe that covered up. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to maybe... Let's do this. Let me turn the game off. I'll work on the top apron, and then I'll take a quick pause, and then we'll lift the playfield up. So I want to find a healthy place to set this without dropping it on a coil lug. I see those slingshots right there. That's a good place to set it. Beautiful. And then I have to unscrew up my cameras here. Let's go like that, and like that. That looks pretty good, huh? This playfield I'm really excited to clean up because cosmetically almost all the paint's intact. I don't think I have any missing paint. So, I mean, you've got age right here and stuff, but there's no really playfield wear. There's no kick-out scoops like I was showing you at the beginning with that other game. I was looking for that. New pinball, of course. Got a couple of repairs we can work on this weekend. What is it? What day is it today? Thursday. Oh, good. It's Friday tomorrow. But I have to get up early for work tomorrow, so I'm not happy about that. Gotta pull a cable through the ceiling. All right, lift this up. Now sometimes, like, why am I bashing Williams and talking how great Gottlieb is? I mean, there's not really one better than the other, but I'm just looking at the manufacturing differences. But sometimes they put, like, those little sleeves on there to protect the bulbs. They didn't do that on here, but I don't really see a necessity to. But sometimes they put those sleeves through to make different colors. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could get, like, a blue or an aqua light bulb in there. But I don't, again, I'm not really into the artistic end or customization things. I'm kind of a freak for factory original. Jeez, it really, yeah. Clouds are coming in, sun's going down, so it's getting dark fast out there, isn't it? Is there storms in the forecast? I don't remember. Shouldn't be. That'll clean up. It's got some dirt on it. Is that part of a rubber ring? I can't tell. It looks like wood, like a dowel. I don't know what that is. That's got to get cleaned up. So pop bumpers are next, I suppose, and the flippers. We should do that next. Let me go ahead and pause, and I'll readjust my cameras. I'm going to lift the playfield up. Alright. So the right camera, I mean, I could have like cropped it a little bit, but since we're doing so much moving around, again, I don't want to, production of the video comes second to, quality of the work that we're doing on the pinball machine. So I want to be more focused on that than worrying about getting the best camera shots and things like that. And then it just becomes so time consuming. So you can still see outside. You can tell I wasn't paused too long. I'm really weird making comments like that, but I don't care. So let me bring this over here so it doesn't shine in your eyes. Turn that color down a little bit warmer. How's that? Brightness is good. Maybe a little bit dimmer, then it'll compensate. I don't know. Yeah, there it goes. If you get it too bright, then the contrast goes funky. If I turn it down, whatever. Yeah, let's look at these pop bumpers. Let's get the right nut driver here. That's going to be too small. 5/16, is that right? Is it 3/8? I can't remember. This 5/16 seems kind of small. I feel like I need something bigger. Maybe that's right. Got 1132 is probably it, huh? And I usually don't look at the numbers. I just go for what fits. So let's do ring and rod assemblies first. Oh, we did confirm that that pop bumper doesn't work. That's weird. Okay, never mind. They use one switch. Yeah, they got the common ground and then they just solder with one switch. And that's this bumper here. So let's see what's going on here. I think I can still turn it on without worrying about anything. Start up a game. That's right, it doesn't have that ball kicker thing. So these pops work. And these two are tied together because they're the same value. Right? You can see this gets both of them going. And this guy here doesn't work at all. So is the switch maladjusted? No. So I wonder if it's the relay. That would be... So the relay's working. Do we have something going on over here? What's the problem? Maybe a dirty contact? Let me just jab my screwdriver right in there and see if I can short it out. There we go. Just a dirty contact. Look at this here. This screw is completely loose. And you can't see it from this angle, but that's all. You can maybe hear it, but that's really loose right there. That's tight. Yep, I love just stripping all these pop bumpers down, going through them, tightening them up. The game just plays so much better. I thought I was right. That seems too large. Alright, I was right the first time. Alright, let's get a pile going for the hardware here. Another pile? You can use the cash box, why not? Just looking to see how the cameras line up. Should I be bringing this one, angle this up a little bit more? I don't know. This top one, you can't really see anything. Is that better? Doesn't really do anything. So those are free. I just cleaned those cash box liners out, and I gotta go back and do it all over again because I'm using it for parts. It's nice and warm in here. I got the ceiling fan on. If you see something like flashing a lot, that's my ceiling fan. It's probably one of the last days we're going to be in the upper 70s this year, so gotta get that free heat in here. Two more. Also want to make sure those metal brackets that go up against the bakelite are not fractured or cracked. We got to replace them otherwise. We'll go ahead and take the pop bumper bodies off next. I'm sorry, the brackets. We'll take the brackets off next. That way I can sever the connections for the sockets, and we can take the bodies off. So we need a Phillips for that. I think that's all we need after that. Am I right? Okay, we got a flathead on there to support that. That's kind of interesting. Something, maybe a screw stripped out there. Let's look at this one first. Figure out why. Yeah, they have a different screw just kind of going off to the side right here. Go back to Phillips. I've always had the fear, like I do say something really profound, which doesn't happen at all on this channel, but like I've got the video paused and then I'm still working on it and I look over and it's still got the pause thing going, so that'd be horrible. Cool. It's really dirty, but everything's still intact. Really dirty. Can you see, how well can you see that? So it looks to me, yeah, it looks like the screw had, is halfway shear and halfway shorn off the into the playfield, so that makes that hole inaccessible. So that's fine. I need a side cutters. Are those close by? Normally I have everything. I'm getting better at being organized around here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause and find those cutters. First I gotta find my mouse. Alright, I found them. Guess where they are? They're right here, under this cloth. If you watched the last video, you probably saw me set them down there. So, I suppose I could desolder them, and I could almost desolder them and solder them right back on. Because they're so close, I could almost not make an extension. So one of these ground sets is for the switch, one of these is for the lights. So this one's free to go. Putting all of our hardware right there. Let's keep going. So how am I going to remember which one goes where? You can pretty much tell based on the way they're tied up, or we could just take the coils off. Puts less stress on the wires that way. Let's see. Really dirty. Okay, they put washers on the back side. I guess that's fine. So to be aware that I might have washers on the other side. I don't think this is a factory coil, but they have the correct windings, so that's good news there. Can I get my... Jeez. Wow. Yeah, we got a brass coil sleeve on here. Oh man. I might just replace the coil if I can get it out. This thing is, look at that. Look how dirty that is. That is bad. All that dirt. I mean, look at. I don't want to get it under my fingernails. Maybe I don't care. I mean, well, you can almost like chip the dirt away. It's so thick on here. So if I'm on a scale of 1 to 10 for dirtiness, I mean, or I don't know, 15. That's horrible. But that's great because we're going to get it all cleaned up and make it look nice. So this is a reference number and stock number. We got G22550, so this is the proper coil. Let's see if I can pound out this brass sleeve. I like to preserve the coils if they're good. That seems pretty solid. I bet you we're going to end up replacing that. These coils are not cheap, but we got to do it right. You can just feel, just feel it. Of course, I don't want to be bending the switches out because it's nice to give a good baseline for where I got to work on it. But as long as I just got coils on here, I'm not torquing on it that much. Glad I got this on video because I don't think anybody believed me how dirty these things are. What a mess. Now here's a stock factory issued coil. You know, the putting together process isn't so exciting, but taking the things apart is more exciting. Oh, good nylon. That's a relief. Oh, look at that. Look at all that dirt. Look at that. Can you see it? Can you see it? Are you excited as I am? That one's not as bad. Still, I mean, it's almost like they use some sort of spray lube. Okay, good. Pull that out. I'm going to have to pound it out with something else. I got windows open, so I'm looking outside to make sure I don't get dumped on with rain. Let me see if I can find like a nut driver that's about the size of that sleeve. Might even be the one I was just using. Let me try one of these two. Oops. Yeah, it's almost perfect. Hey, that's almost the same as the plunger. So let's do this. Let me just pop that right on top. I don't think I'll no, I'm not going to damage the coil. It looks like it'll be all right. Pliers. Just got the pliers. Well, let's see. I'm at my house, so where would I find a pair of pliers? On the kitchen island. Yep. Pulling is better than pounding. Look at that. That's just the tab right there. And I gotta clean the carpet anyway. So I might have to defeat that a little bit. If I go real slow, uh-oh, it's peeling apart on me. Just do a pull and not turn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Ooh, good. Nope. Well, I'll have to, what maybe what I'll do is I'll take a new sleeve. Could almost pound it out with a new sleeve, couldn't I? Let me do that. Sleeves. Those are close by. I'll just keep it going. I'm coming. This might be our little sacrificial sleeve, extractor sleeve. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I want to get a better grip on it so I can bang on it a little bit harder. So close. What I should do is find a brass sleeve somewhere. Hey, it's getting a little bit of motion. Yeah, it's just crumbling. here's what I want to do. If I push it back in, then I'll get some depth. Look at this. Let's do this. All right, I got that, and I'll chip it off. Pull that piece off. Now I got some angle on that other side. We'll just go the other direction. Yeah, this one's pretty much already spoken for as far as being damaged. I'm gonna have to do it again. Now I can just kind of get a bit of an angle in there. Look at that. Same thing but backwards. Kind of use it as a holder. I think, are we going anywhere? Do I have to scrape more of it off? Got to be careful, otherwise you just break the coil right off. Same problem other side. I refuse to replace this coil. Made a 2-hour video, 1 hour's working on the playfield, the other hour's Eric trying to get this coil sleeve out. When I get it. What I actually did is I put the sleeve on the outside, and then I'm compressing the existing one on the inside. So I'm kind of using it as a wedge. Part of me makes me think I'm going to make it worse. Look at that. Jeez, there's my new one. God, the new one's almost same problem. This coil's probably swollen a little bit, but come on, get out without breaking. Beautiful. Cool, we're good. So when we put a new one in, we'll pound it in properly, and I'll save this as a kind of a tool. This is a new coil sleeve, but it's a lot more rigid, so we have success right here. And the other one we decided we're going to replace. Again, those are not cheap, so we'll try and do the best we can. So that, yeah, you can just follow the wires, you know. Probably just as bad, right? Oh, that was kind of clean. Almost too clean. Like this might have been replaced at one point. Oh, well, look at that one here. 2 fingers. Yeah. This one I'm not looking forward to because probably gonna have a brass one. You guys can see where I missed shaving. Let's see, yeah, still Phillips. Ooh, one screw, look at that. Have to go to the parts department downstairs and get another screw for that. It's worn, that's for sure. Any luck? Yeah, this one's probably fused too, so. Ooh, is that moving? No. I don't want, this is such a nice screwdriver, I don't want to use it as a hammer. So I am flattening the edge, and we're not. So that one's got to be replaced too. That's too bad. Did I order? How many of those did I order? G22 550. Did I get 2 or 3 of those? As long as the G22 550 is different from that chime unit. And that's a 223. That's an A223 750, G22 550, G22 550. Yeah, this one's good. This is a G22 550 as well. So that's the same. The thing that pulls the, can you see up there? No, you can't. The camera's pointing a different direction. It's a pop bumper coil used to bring the flippers together. Alright. This one looks okay. Good. Maybe not. Good. Do it. Oops, the wrappers. Uh-oh, might have the same thing as last time. Damn it. Vacuum the camera out anyway. So, try and do the same technique as I did last time. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Where's my sacrificial sleeve? Go same side. It's not going well for me. Let me do this. Flatten this out. Maybe I better look on this side. Oh yeah. This one's coming right out now. How we doing on time? It's pretty humid in here. All right. Yep, that was gonna happen. Push it a little bit more. Just keep going with it, right? It's brittle, brittle, brittle. There we go. Get this guy out of here. Can't just grab it by the wrapper otherwise. Uh-oh. Don't want to break this. That's tight, but it is moving, so that's good. Okay. I'm about to shear that one off too. Stretching the plastic. Somebody's calling me. Who is it? Oh, it's Tom. Saved by the Bell. Pause it real quick. All right, where did I leave off? My buddy slash customer called me. Excuse me. Then I had some Pop-Tarts. I sat there talking for him. One of his friends' mother unfortunately passed away, so he was driving back from her wake. Anyway, so we did get that coil sleeve up. Sorry, I was eating food just a second ago, so I apologize, I guess. Not really. I did get that other sleeve pounded out there right when he was calling, so I finished that up. So, I mean, you've already seen me do that once, so I'm going to work just a little bit more. I'm starting to get tired, and I got an early morning tomorrow for my day job, but what else do we want to do? We want to snip those wires off for the lights, and then maybe we'll take those bodies off and then call it a night. So, sun's down now, right? So, let's get that one clipped right there. Could almost stretch those wires and not have to use extra tabs, but we'll see. We want to have a good socket with a good connection, so if I can flow some solder onto the new LEDs, that would be ideal. We'll see how that goes. Now, I did have a thought too. I think the factory wafers on this were white, but I have some, I'm not pronouncing this wrong, but I do have some purple colored wafers, so I want to see how those would look on here. Maybe try something a little bit different. I know I'm a factory originality guy, but I might have a nice opportunity to make something look really cool. So I don't do colored LEDs, gotta have warm white. Now this, I have to make sure that's for a light bulb. Yep. Don't wanna put coil voltage on a light bulb. Set those right down there. Is somebody texting me again? No, what? We got a message. Ooh. on Pinside. I don't have Facebook, I don't have Twitter, I have YouTube and Pinside. Well, let's see, we want to drop the playfield down. I'll just keep the camera rolling, why not? If you've watched this far, I don't think I'll scare you off just by setting that camera down and things like that. I'm just looking at all those parts down there. We'll get those cleaned up maybe tomorrow. Oh, did we want to look? Yeah, I want to look at the flippers, but let's finish the pop bumpers first. That almost deserves its own video. So, let's go back down. I technically don't have ADHD or anything like that, but I like to pretend that I do, so I'm trying to do better staying on topic. I just get excited to do stuff, you know, so let's do that. I'll set this down here. Go ahead, bring that down. There we go. That looks kind of good, huh? Go like that. Bring this down a little bit. I don't think anybody will complain about that. Yeah, who am I kidding? Somebody will complain. That's okay. Let's get a smaller size Phillips so we don't damage the screws. Where'd my other Phillips go? Oh, it's right in there. Come on. Of course, we're going to need that bigger one for the bodies. Now, if my memory serves me correct, which is not very good, we'll have new bodies come, or new bumper caps coming. I am on the email wait list for pop bumper bodies for those older Gottliebs. You can't get those right now. Make sure those are healthy. Now these look more like, these kind of look like they're Bally's, not Williams. So I don't know what to think about that. Guess they just used whatever, whenever they had it. Oh, what's going on here? It's like dried up wax. Caps are off. Do you guys remember which one was on which? Hope you remember. Come on. Oh, I caught something. That ring and rod assembly looks like it was spot welded. Ironically, it's probably stronger than factory. I hate this Mylar. Set those right here. Oops. There go the screws. Never mind. Set it on my desk. Find out if I cut all my sockets. Look how shiny that is under their factory fresh from the, what year? That's the number one question. Like when my buddy just called me, he's like, "Wait, what year is that game made?" It's like, I don't know. Everybody, it's like they're like cars. Everybody wants, what year was it made? I don't know. Before 1978. That's my answer. I have so many games that were made different years. I can't keep track. This one's really, I'm just looking at the original coat, you know, just with a coat of wax. It's really gonna look, oh, didn't I clip this one? Maybe not. Yeah, I did. Good. And so you've probably seen on the, what is it? On the Beat the Clock, I did a pretty detailed analysis on what we do to do the pop bumpers. So if you want to go back to that video, on Williams Beat the Clock, that was maybe a couple months ago. You can see the real detailed pieces of rebuilding a pop bumper. I'm not gonna do it again on that, but look at, you can kind of see the dirt pattern. Maybe you can't, I don't know. Just look how shiny that is right around the base of the bump, like right there. Like right around the base, the center base of those pop bumpers, how nice and shiny that is, and you got all the dirt there. So, I think I got some cleaner. Look, I got a bottle of cleaner sitting right up there. I got somebody on their bicycle. They're probably looking in like, what's that guy doing? He's got all these production lights and cameras and mic. Well, they probably can't see the details there, but let's see. Do I have a rag? Well, I got a paper towel. I guess I could use that now. Just for now. Let's get some of that. Just want to see how it cleans up by the pop bumpers. Ooh. Should be using a normal cloth. This paper towel is probably a little bit weak. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kind of doing a lazy job of this, but we'll get some elbow grease in there later. Usually the paint comes off if the mylar is really sticky, but the nice thing is it kind of delaminates itself and it allows the paint to stay on the playfield. On that other game I did, Hit the Deck, unfortunately that it already took some paint off. Let's see how that looks. Comparison. Still a little bit of, I'll have to get in there with some other cleaner, but I mean, obviously the kind of the ball swirl, not the ball swirls, what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of the, think of like a dog walking across a floor in one area, not in another. Just kind of the ball tracks, I suppose you could say. You can still see those, but I mean from a dirt perspective, got pretty much all the dirt off. So, but again, that was just a quick clean. We'll get in there with some better cleaner a little bit later. Well, not tonight, but a different night. Yeah, look at that over here. We can get this real quick. Let's do that. Let me do this. Go over there. Ooh, that's too much light. You can see my kitchen and my living room. There's nothing to hide over there except a bunch of rubber rings. Gotta get this part done. This has got to come off, get that polished. Look at that. Can you see it a little bit? Go over here. Really get in there. These switches will take off, get those polished up. I'm sorry, I got my so I'm not used to the cameras. So, ooh, look at that. That's going to come off good too. Yep. So it's going to be pretty dull because I don't have a. It's just a cleaner, so it has kind of a dull finish now. But when we get some wax on there, that's going to shine real nice. So I'm excited. You can feel where they put the ink on. Did a good job. Good job on the artwork on here. Cool. Well, I'm gonna. What time is it? Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. It's Thursday night. I'm getting a little bit tired. I got to be up early, but I think we got made a little bit of good progress here. How long have we been working? Oh wow. Well, probably, well, between pauses and everything, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours there. Just kind of talking, going through stuff. We'll get the rest of this cleaned up. I could go on for hours, so we'll get this uploaded and probably check back in maybe a few days. I'll probably put some time in on this weekend too. So see you guys later.